Everyone. This this time we're talking about shoulders. I'm always talking about, glutes and etc. But guess what? The hips are part of this. When you think about training the shoulders, if you're looking at training the medial delt, anterior, posterior delt, just standing and doing this motion alone, and I see people doing this in the gym all the time. At the end of the day, when in life do we ever do that motion? Never. What we want to think about is how can we invite the most powerful part of our body, our glutes and our hips, to actually drive what happens in the rest of the body. So for example, if you were to grab a weight and just take this weight and just, press it over the head like this would be similar to that of maybe putting something, up in a shelf. But feel the difference when you sit back, even in a mini squat, then drive up. Notice how much more power you have than if you're just doing this motion here. And when we start to add even like a rotational movement here, you're noticing I'm not squatting very deep. You don't really have to, but the thing is whether I'm going this direction, whether I'm going this direction, or whatever the case may be, my ultimate goal is to also utilize my hips versus, again, just lifting a weight. And that's why people complain all the time. They say, I've got, shoulder issues. And once again, some of the stuff that you see done in the gym, like pulling behind the head and doing all this stuff, is not creating a conscious movement for a subconscious result. So once again, even if we're doing something along the lines of reaching below the knee, we're using the opposite hip here to drive the reaction in this shoulder rather than just, again, doing this motion here, which is actually very uncomfortable on the shoulder. So the more that you can think about the ways that you want to train those shoulders, but you utilize other body parts like the glutes, the hamstrings, et cetera, the stronger you're going to make the rest of the body and the core. And once again, you can always think of exhale as you do that. All that, back in the day when we were doing all these kickboxing classes and we're sitting here doing this, and people, they'd always be rubbing their shoulders and go, oh, my shoulders hurt. Well, what we didn't know back then, we do know today. I mean, the research is out. And once again, the more that you can invite other body parts along, the stronger and the more efficient you're going to be, and decrease pain and the potential of injuries. This is Leslie, and just a few little tips here today of saving your shoulders. Use your hips.